Hi, I'm Dr. Mike Kozlowski, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about my background. I've spent about 25 years in drug discovery and development at large pharmaceutical companies like Pfizer and Bristol Myers Squibb, and later on at a number of smaller companies, biotech companies, and of course most recently at Kozlowski Therapeutics. More recently, I've also gone back to school. I went back to school to get a degree in optometry, so I'm also an optometrist. And I was struck while learning about optometry and learning about the eye by a disease called age-related macular degeneration. There's been a lot of work on this disease. It's a very important disease. If you live to be 75 years old or older, then there's about a 30% chance that you will have a reduction in vision caused by macular degeneration. So it affects a huge portion of the population. We don't really have a good idea of what causes it. We have some ideas of how to treat it, particularly certain types. For example, the most blinding type is called wet, age-related macular degeneration, and it seems to be caused by an overactivity of a particular protein that occurs in the body, including the eye, called vascular endothelial growth factor, or VEGF. There are a number of VEGF inhibitors that have been developed and are on the market. There's one for the related peptide platelet-derived growth factor. But we also know that the activities of VEGF can be inhibited by atrial natriuretic peptide. This is one member of a family of peptides we call the atrial natriuretic family of peptides, which Kozlowski has been quite interested in. We have been focusing on a particular motif of this peptide that seems to give it its anti-proliferative activity and may also provide the anti-VEGF activity. If that's true, then we may be able to decrease the size of these peptides to a much smaller size, which would give them better pharmaceutical properties. For example, most VEGF inhibitors have to be injected directly into the vitreous. They can't cross the barrier between the retina and the rest of the circulatory system, the blood-retinal barrier, we call it. However, a small peptide like this, of the size of the motif we've identified, might actually be able to penetrate the eye if given with an eye drop, like standard eye medications, or certainly as an oral medication. So we're quite excited about the possibility of providing a new and better treatment for macular degeneration.